Hello friends and welcome. We are back with another beautiful destination, which is a perfect weekend gateway from Bangalore. Viraz and his cousin Akshay had a lot of fun exploring this serene coastal town. And I am the host of this channel here to explain you how you can plan your trip to this beautiful destination. This charming destination offers a perfect blend of adventure, nature, and spirituality. It is known for its pristine beaches and ancient temples. Come along with us as we explore the charm and beauty of this incredible place called Gokarna. In this video, I will talk about the best time to visit Gokarna, how to get there, and how to explore the best places in and around Gokarna in just 2 days. Before we start the video, let me remind you to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more amazing travel contents. Let us talk about the best season to visit Gokarna. The best time to visit Gokarna is from October to March, when the weather is pleasant and the skies are clear. August and September can be a bit hot and humid, but the lush greenery and a few crowds make it a peaceful choice for those who seek tranquility. April to July is not ideal due to the heat and heavy rains, with some beaches being closed during the monsoon season. Now coming to how to reach Gokarna. Gokarna is well connected by train as well as road. The nearest railway station is Gokarna Road. The nearest airport to Gokarna is Shivamoga, which is situated about 200 kilometers away from here. We travelled to Gokarna from Bangalore by bus. We took a late night bus and reached in the morning around 8 am. After checking into our hotel located at the Gokarna main beach, we hired an auto for a full day sightseeing. You can either hire a cab or an auto for the entire day, as it is going to be a long day filled with exploration. We quickly freshened up and headed straight to Yana Caves. The distance from Gokarna main beach to Yana Caves is approximately 50 kilometers, and it took us about an hour to reach there. The auto dropped us at the ticket counter, and we purchased our tickets and began a short trek of 1 to 2 kilometers through dense forests to reach the caves. The first sight of Yana Caves was nothing short of magical. The caves are among nature's finest creations. Yana Caves have significant mythological importance. They are linked to the legend of the demon king Bhasmasura. According to the tale, Bhasmasura received a boon from Lord Shiva, granting him the power to turn anything he touched with his hands into ashes. However, when Bhasmasura attempted to use this power against Shiva himself, Shiva hid himself in these dense jungles. To save him, Lord Vishnu appeared in the form of Mohini, which was a beautiful lady, and tricked Bhasmasura into placing his own hand on his head, causing him to turn to ashes. The two iconic rock formations at Yana, Bharaveshwara Shikhar and Mohini Shikhar, are said to symbolize this legend. After spending some memorable time at Yana Caves, we headed to Vibhuti Falls, which is located about 10 to 12 kilometers away from Yana Caves. This picturesque waterfall is surrounded by lush greenery. From the parking area, a short trek of about 1 kilometer through the forest led us to the falls. You can spend some time here soaking in the natural beauty. We then headed straight to Murudeshwar temple, approximately 70 kilometers from the Vibhuti Falls. The journey took us around 2.5 hours. This iconic temple sits atop Kanduka Hill and is surrounded by the Arabian Sea. The highlight of this temple include a 249 feet high Gopura, which is a temple tower, and it is accessible by an elevator which offers panoramic views from the top. There is also a giant Shiva statue, which is one of the tallest in the world. You will also see a golden colored sun chariot depicting Arjuna receiving the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. You can spend some time at the beach here, which is nearby, before heading back to Gokarna. This marked the perfect end to day 1 in Gokarna. Now coming to our day 2 schedule. The highlight of day 2 for us was the Gokarna beach trip, a fun and adventurous way to go beach hopping in Gokarna. Unfortunately, it had rained heavily the previous day and a couple of beaches were closed as a result. Despite this, the trek was a wonderful experience for us. During the trek, you can explore all the major beaches of Gokarna on foot, crossing the hills that separate these beautiful locations. The journey typically includes a one-way ferry ride and the other-way trek. The Gokarna beach trek is considered an easy trek suitable for anyone with basic fitness. The trek spans approximately 10 kilometers and covers Gokarna's most famous beaches. You begin at Paradise Beach, which can be reached by ferry. From there, the trek takes you to Gokarna main beach, passing through Half Moon Beach, Om Beach, and Kudle Beach along the way. At Om Beach, you can stop at Namaste Cafe, a popular and iconic spot. This trek generally takes 5 to 6 hours, depending on how much time you spend at each beach. The terrain offers a mix of sandy stretches, rocky paths, and forest trails, making it an exciting and scenic experience. Many people prefer trekking here because some beaches like Half Moon and Paradise are only accessible by hiking or ferry. However, if you want to skip the trek, you can use autos, cabs, or rent a scooter to visit the other beaches. After the trek, visit Mahabaleshwar Temple, which is an ancient temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. So this was the end of day 2 for us in Gokarna. Hope this video helps you plan your Gokarna trip. Stay tuned for more travel stories and tips, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.